per night.
K4YDB, Mobile Motorhome.
Good morning, T. Local Clifford, W5PIX Mobile, K2SJP. You're also about a 5 and 8 into Tampa, a little bit of QSB on you, but coming in pretty good.
Roger that. Well, it's about 100 watts on that 991. Oh, no, 891 we got here in the motorhome here. We bought a couple years ago. And with the high Sierra screwdriver. So we're not doing too bad. But anyways, how's why y'all doing there today?
Pretty good. Very happy to be home. Thanks for asking. And we got a little portable blood oxygen indicator. So we're able to watch it, and it's up at 95.
Very good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. Family reunion, so that's why we're out here in the motorhome this morning.
Okay, Clifford, fine business all the way. And hope you received the check by now. It's been a good couple of days. You should have had it by now. Okay on that. K2SJP. Standing by. W5OG, K2SJP.
Good morning, Bob. K2SJP, W5OG.
Good morning to you, Dale. And the Trumpster is now ahead.
Well, yeah, but we got, another week to go.
Yeah, but it seems like he's gaining every day now for the last several days, so only going to go higher.
Well, I have to admit that it's looking good, but I won't, I guess, relax until I hear those, those words that we're all waiting to hear, that, Fox News projects that Donald J. Trump will be the 47th president.
Okay. You got to have it proven to yourself. Got to wait another week.
And I remain worried about our Texas election for the senator. That's for sure. That's I keep sending money, but it doesn't seem to be doing any good.
Glad to hear that. WA6LJS, K2SJP.
Yeah, good morning, Bob. K2SJP, WA6LJS. You're 10 over 9.
Same here, 10 over 9. K2SJP, standing by.
K2SJP, W4PUO. I have you 20 over 9 at Bob here in Belleville, Texas.
Okay, Leon, thank you for the nice signal report. You're about 10 over 9 over here, too. Good, solid copy.
Well, you just jumped up to 30 over. Thank you, Bob.
This is WB5DRI. We'll be net control this morning for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. We'll be starting up on this frequency in about 2 minutes.
Good morning to you, Brian. K2SJP, standing by.
Good morning, Bob. K2SJP, WB5DRI. Sure, glad to hear that your wife is out of the hospital there at home, Bob. I think she'll recover a lot faster now, even now that she's home. That's great. Yeah, I thought about her yesterday. I had the day before yesterday, I guess, when I had a doctor's appointment, and my pulse ox was 99. I thought about your wife needing a 94 pulse ox.
Yeah, she's up at 95 now, and happy as can be to be home. Thanks for asking.
Yes, sir. That's just outstanding.
KB7LAK, good morning, Justin. There's a little distortion on your audio, over. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with this radio. Sorry I didn't make it yesterday. We finally got the close to the wrist. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured you had trouble. I hung around on 285 for about an hour at the receiver on, but I didn't hear anything there. So, well, maybe you'll figure that out next time, over. Roger, WA6LJ is standing by for the Air Force Flyers Net in about 1 minute.
Well, it's about that time. I'm going to go ahead and start up the net. Good morning, everybody. This is the Air Force's Flyers Club net. The Saturday edition, I will be net control this morning. This is WB5DRI. My name is Brian, and I'm located down here in San Antonio, Texas. This net meets on this frequency, 14.290, every day of the year. And we normally start up about 10 o'clock Central Time. And I think there's a time change actually this weekend, so the UTC time will change. But the Central Time, local time will stay the same. Let's see. The Flyers Club consists of military aviation members, both active and retired, and veterans of all the military services, to include pilots, air crews, ground crews, air traffic controllers, missile crews, support crews, and anyone involved with military aviation from all of the air branches of all of our military services. We also very much like to welcome visitors to the net, and you don't need to be involved with the military or aviation in order to check in. Our purpose is to promote fellowship between those radio amateurs who devote a portion of their lives to support our Air Forces. This is the control net. To contact net control, we like to use words contact, relay, check-in, or info. We also have a very good website at Air Forces, plural, Flyers, plural, club.org. That's Air Forces, FlyersClub.org, which has a lot of good information about the net, and also an online application if you feel qualified and would like to join. Again, my call sign is WB5DRI, and my name is Brian. I'm located down here in the Alamo City in San Antonio, Texas, South Central Texas. Our format for this is we take check-ins, and then we go down the list allowing each station to give their reports, and then we go back for a second 73 round if there's time. Usually on Saturdays we have plenty of time and a lot of check-ins usually, so it makes for a pretty good net. Anyway, at this time, I do have the following stations off of NetLogger this morning. I want to thank N5BE for taking care of NetLogger for me. I have W5PIX, who's mobile. That's Clifford, Cliff. I have a couple of visitors. K4YDB, I believe. Ron in Ohio. I think he may have checked in with us before. And I have Harold also in Ohio. KB8RUM. Then I have a Virginia station, KN4 Juliet Echo, it looks like. And then I have our networker, as I mentioned, N5BE Lee up in Arlington, Texas. Then I have John, WA6LJS. Then I have KF5TPT Jim out in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Then I have W5ABI Joe out in Las Cruces. Then I have my older brother Dale, W5OG. Then I have Ray in New Jersey, WB2JJO. And I have Bob, K4YDB down in West Florida. Then I have Carl, KF7GJO out in Spark, Nevada. And I have Jim, W6WAY out in Corona, California. Then I have K1BOB, Bob, our commander, up in Boise, Idaho. Then I have W4PUO, Lee, my neighbor to the east, over in Belleville, Texas. Then I have KB8RU, wait a minute, I had him at the top already. Let's see, next I have K4YDB, Charlie, who is doing our live stream of our net on the YouTube. So thanks for doing that, Charlie. And you can go to, if you do a search on K4YDB, his live stream of the net will come up. And we also have a question of the day out there. I have a couple of questions this morning for the net. They're pretty simple. We'll see how that goes. I'll mention them at the bottom of the list here after we get everybody on here. Next we have Mike up in Nebraska, KF0OPE. And we have another Mike out in Anthem, Arizona, King Queen 6 Echo. Then I have Justin, KB7LAK, out in Utah. Then I have KG5PTE, that would be James, up in Belton, Texas. Then I have KS5KY, that would be Chris, in Bowling Green, I believe, Kentucky. So that's the list as I have it so far here. We also had, I want to recognize, we had an in and out station this morning, T8AF, that was Russ. So he checked in and checked out, so we'll give him a 73s break. That's the bottom of the list as I have it. Let me stand by for any additional check-ins to get on the list as I have it right now, and then we'll get a call out from the West Coast and the East Coast. This is WB5DRI. Any other check-ins, members or guests, please call now. Well, I'm not hearing anybody. John, W6LDS, could you put out a call for us, please, sir?
Welcome. This WA6LJS relaying for net control for the Saturday morning Air Force Flyers Net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now. Come again. I heard another one. Any visit? Come again. November 7, November Hotel Mike. That's your next time. Did you copy him, Brian?
I didn't quite get his call sign, but it says November 7, what's the call sign?
November 7, November Hotel Mike.
Okay, it's 718. November Alpha Golf. Back in Noble, Oklahoma. Okay, I got the November 7, November Hotel Mike
What's his name and location there, John? I see he's in Idaho. I guess that's Alan. Alan in Idaho. Okay, we'll put him down as one of the visitors here. There's another station calling. Can you come back slowly, please? Kilo, Foxtrot Dog, November Alpha Dog, right in Okay, I think I got Kilo, Foxtrot 5, November Alpha Golf. Is that Russ in Oklahoma? Is that correct? I'm here in Oklahoma. The hell is Frank, F-R-A-N-K. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. This is Brian in San Antonio, WB5DRI. How's my audio sound with the new transceiver G90 G90? How's it sound out there? I'm sorry, can you repeat the question there? How's my audio sounding? Oh, your audio. Well, you sound okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure I pull out the audio and everything. I wanted to make sure I wasn't overmodulating there. So, all right. Thank you, and you guys have a good day. Okay, I guess you're just checking in and out then. 73 to you, sir. 73. Okay, let's get a call out from the East Coast there. Let's see, K4YDB, Bob, could you play out a call, please, sir?
Welcome, Brian. This is K4YDB Relay for Net Control. Calling any members or guests for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. Please call now. Nothing heard, Brian.
Well, I thought I heard somebody way down in the noise. Did anybody hear that station? I guess not. Maybe it was from DX or something, but I'm not hearing him now. Okay, let me go ahead and give the question this morning, and let's get started. You can see the question over on Charlie's live stream of our net. If you type in K4YDB on YouTube, it will come up. Both of these questions are true, false questions. We know that the following aircraft were used in the Battle of Midway. B-17s for observation, surveillance, and search. Grumman F-4F, Wildcat fighters from U.S. carriers. Grumman TPD, Devastator torpedo bombers from U.S. carriers. Douglas SPD Dauntless dive bombers from U.S. carriers. F-2F Buffalo aircraft from Midway. Grumman TBF Avenger torpedo planes from Midway, and there were some other older aircraft also on Midway that were used as fighters. But the first question is, the first true or false question is, B-26 Marauder aircraft were used in the Battle of Midway. True or false? First question, B-26 Marauder aircraft were used in the Battle of Midway. True or false? And the second question, true or false, is because the Norden bomb site was not that accurate, the 5th Air Force, 43rd Bomb Group, Army Air Force, B-17 pilots from Port Moresby adopted a new low-altitude skip bombing technique against parked Japanese aircraft on the ground and Japanese ships docked within the harbor at Rabaul. True or false? Okay, this question, second question, true or false? Because the Norden bomb site was not that accurate, the 5th Air Force, 43rd Bomb Group, Army Air Force pilot B-17 pilots from Port Moresby adopted a new low-altitude skip bombing technique against marked Japanese aircraft on the ground, but primarily against Japanese ships docked within the harbor at Rabaul. Okay, those are the two questions. Does anybody need any repeats on the questions?
Check in.
I'm not hearing anybody asking for repeats there. There was a check-in. Who's the check-in?
Yeah, I thought I'd get it in during a moment of silence. K4YDB, Don just came up on Echo Link, and he's getting on the SDR now. So we haven't had a chance to log him in, but I'll bring Don in for you there, Brian.
Okay, Bob, K4YDB, WB5DRI, great. Why don't you go ahead and bring him in? Good morning, Don. Good to hear you there from Longmont. K0ZNC, you're up, sir. WB5DRI.
K4YDB for relay, and Don, go ahead. You're up, Don.
Talking about the smoke, you can check this here, but I had a terrible time getting on Echo Link. I finally got it going. I did not hear the question. And didn't have that toggle on it for me to try to get on the Echo Link. Anyway, that was nice day. All the cool guys. I felt through yesterday. And I think the current temperatures about I think what was it this morning? Well, when we got up this morning, it was 32 degrees. It was freezing outside. So I had filled my out into the 40s and 50s. I haven't really been able to get the weatherman anywhere been trying. I'm only trying to get back to that. Did not hear the question, so I think I talked to the correct answer, Brian. The correct answer was, with that, we'll turn it back to you, Brian, for some time. K4YDB, and thanks to both of you for getting me on the K0ZNC. I'll be standing ready.
K4YDB, back to you, Brian.
Okay, Bob, thank you. K0ZNC, WB5DRI. Well, thanks for joining us this morning, Don. Always good to hear you out there in Longmont. And it sounds like you're getting some of the cooler weather that's starting to set in there. Looks like a harbinger of winter coming on. And we're supposed to have a warmer than normal winter down here, unfortunately. But anyway, we'll take it. We usually have some beautiful weather down here this time of the year and for the next several months. So anyway, good to hear you this morning, Don, and I'll put you down for the correct answers there, Don. Break with you. Let's go to our mobile station this morning, W5PIX. Cliff, good morning, Cliff. You're up, sir. WB5DRI. Okay, Cliff, very good. W5PIX Mobile, WB5DRI. Well, good to hear you this morning, Cliff. I was copying you pretty well on the SDRs. I'm having trouble with a new SDR in Lumpkin, though. I haven't figured it out yet. It has some funny noises coming from it for me, but I guess I have to play with it some more to learn how to use it. But anyway, good to hear you this morning, Cliff. I got your answers as true and false there. So let's go ahead and move on. Break with you. Let's go to Ron up in Ohio. If you're still with us there, Ron, good morning, K4YDB. Your turn, sir. WB5DRI. Is anybody hearing Ron there? Let me try another visitor here, also from Ohio. We've got Harold, KB8RUM. Harold, you're up for Flyers Club Net, WB5DRI. Go ahead.
This is KB8RUM. Just visiting, not sure what I was in for, so I just thought I'd sit back and listen to everybody.
Well, real fine, Harold. Nice to have you with us there. Welcome to the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. Anything else for our net?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that last part. I got a lot of noise here.
Well, check out our website if you have a chance there, Harold. AirForcesFlyersClub.org. So anyway, good to have you with us this morning, and please do come back and join us again whenever you can. We welcome visitors to the net. Break with you. Let's go to another station that's a visitor. Kilo November 4, Juliet Echo Echo, George out in Virginia. And thank you for your service there, George. You're up for our net. Good morning. Anybody hearing George there? I may need a relay on him. Well, I'm not hearing George. We'll put him down as not responding. We usually get a lot of folks that like to listen to the net, and that's fine. But they're welcome to check in whenever they can. But let's go ahead and move on. Break with KN4JEE. Let's go to another visitor, N7 November Hotel Mike. November 7 November Hotel Mike. That's Alan up in Idaho. Alan, you're up, sir. WB5DRI. Is he talking?
November 7, November Hotel Mike, you're up with the WA6LJS relay. I don't hear anything, Brian, and he was pretty strong when he checked in.
Okay, John, thank you for that. We'll put him down as not responding also. He's possibly still listening to the net. Let's go ahead and move on. We're down to our net logger this morning, N5BE. Good to have you out there, Lee. Thanks for doing the net logger. You're up, sir. WB5DRI. Good morning.
Hey, Brian, Mike just jumped in ahead of me. He's a short timer. Pick up WW5ENT, please.
Roger Wolko. WW5ENZ. Mike, good morning. You're up, sir.
Roger. WB5DRI, WW5ENZ. Good morning, everybody. I do need to be a short timer today. Man, I don't know, for some reason I got mixed up, but yeah, I got to leave about 10:30, so it's just a few minutes. Great, cool day here in Oklahoma. About 65 now. I don't know if we're gonna we'll make it up to maybe 70, 75 this afternoon. We'll see. But it's a pretty nice day. Sun's out and life is good. Let's see. As far as the questions go, it reminds me of like a high school history test here. But anyway, I'm gonna just say they're pretty much all true from what I can tell. Not for sure, but I'm gonna just put me down for all true. So triple T's, and then I'll get you guys probably tomorrow. WW5ENZ 73, everybody. Back to net.
Okay, real fine, Mike. WW5ENZ, WB5DRI. Well, have a great day up there in Choctaw, Oklahoma there, Mike, close to Oklahoma City. And we got you down for Tango. True. So, very good. We'll check you in and out. 73s to you. Mike, have a great day. And we'll talk to you the next time. Break with WW5ENZ. Let's go back to our net loader. N5BE. Lee, you're up, sir.
WW5ENZ, N5BE. Cutting the SCR off. Well, good morning, Brian. Good morning to everyone on the net. Busy net logger morning. I've been trying to keep my head above water here. This question is right in my wheelhouse. B-26. Boy, they didn't do very well, did they? I think they had 4 of them there. Launched from Midway with torpedoes. Very little to no training with those Air Force crews. 2 of them were shot down, if I remember right. One of them was nearly shot down by escaped into the clouds, and was not a stellar day for the B-26. So yeah, it was there, and I think it was one of those things where it was all hands on deck. You know, every aircraft that could get off when a gun or a weapon was put in the air, and those guys did as well. So very valiant and heroic effort, but non-effective in the bigger scheme of things. And then relative to skip bombing, they developed that down there in the 5th Air Force Guinea outfit. Maybe the most famous skip bombing was Royal Air Force 617 Squadron, the Dam Buster. A lot of you probably seen that movie, but they dropped those drum bombs up against that Roar Dam, and it was fairly effective in taking out those dams. So I'm going true, Brian, and thanks for the World War II stuff this morning. WB5DRI N5BE.
Okay, Lee, very good. N5BE, WB5DRI. Well, thanks for that, for your comments there, Lee. Always interesting to get your slant on things, and very good. Interesting stuff. Those dam busters. I think I remember them. I thought they flew. Maybe the dam busters might have flown the mosquitoes. I'm not sure. Not positive of that, but it seems like something in my memory jumps out at me about the mosquito aircraft that the British flew, using those for dam busters. Anyway, very good, Lee. Let's go ahead and move on. Break with you. Let's go to John out in Humboldt, California. John, thanks for all your help with the relays this morning. WA6LJS, you're up, sir. Good morning. WB5DRI.
Okay, thank you, Brian. Good morning to you. Good morning to the net. Pretty good condition. A lot of QR Mary when the net started, but it seems to have subsided on my end, and looks like I've got a clear channel now. Let's see, it's 57 degrees here, clear blue sky, plenty of sun. We're probably going to get up into the high 70s, low 80s today. And I'm hearing everybody very nicely locally, so pretty good conditions. In answer to your questions, I'm going to go with the start of the lemming line and continue it and say question 1 is is true and question 2 is true. So put me down for true, and we'll see how that works out. Back to you, Brian, and thanks for running the net. W5DRI, W6LJS. Okay, John, W6LJS, WB5DRI. Well, real fine, John. We got you down for true and true there. So very good. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's swing out to the east here. We'll break with you and we'll go to K4YDB. Jim out in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Good morning, Jim. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI. Good morning, Brian and the group. Glad to be here. It's clear skies in a sprawling metropolis of Olive Branch with the temperature hitting about 75 is what it's supposed to be, and a great day for doing yard work, which I'm going to have to do here shortly. So, but for the answer to the question, yes, I'll go true and true because the B-26s did participate, 4 or 5 or 6 of them, and one of them almost flew into the bridge killing the Gomos, but that didn't happen. They barely missed it, but they did crash into the ocean after barely missing the ship. And the North bomb sight was not as proficient and as good as people made it out to be during that time. At high altitude, yeah, it worked pretty good. Below altitude, it didn't, so they did develop some skip bombing. So I'm going true with both of those questions. And I'm going to have to say goodbye 73 right now and bail out of here. I got a lot of yard work I got to get done before the cold weather sets in. So y'all take care out there. Stay safe. Thanks for running the net. I'm going to leave the radio on and listen because I'm interested to see what the answer is. And I may not be here for the 73 round. Y'all take care. God bless. Thanks for running the net. God bless our troops. K5TPT.
Okay, Jim, very good. K5TPT, WB5DRI. Well, we got you down for true and true. And have a great day there, Jim. And, yeah, I know about the yard work. I've got some yet to do myself here to kind of close out the summer here. But hopefully I'll get to it. I have a lot of round to it, you know, where you get around to it. I have too many of those, I think. Anyway, have a great day, Jim. 73 to you, sir. We got you down for true and true. Break with Jim there in Olive Branch. Let's go out to Las Cruces, New Mexico, to Joe. Good morning again, Joe. W5ABI, WB5DRI.
Yeah, W5ABI. Good morning, Brian from Las Vegas. Good morning to all the thanks for running the net. A beautiful day here. Right now it's 55. Supposed to go up to 87. Clear blue sky. No wind, and we'll take it. Let me see. Anyhow, you know, I'm going to follow the lemon line on this question. I'm going to say all true for the first one and true for the second. We'll be here to the bottom. WB5DRI, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe, your signal is still holding up to an S9 here, a nice signal here in San Antonio. And I got you down for true and true, so very good. Break with W5ABI. Now we'll go up to northeast Texas to my older brother Dale, W5OG. Good morning, Dale. Love to you and Carolyn there. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Okay, Brian. Yeah, good morning again, and good morning to all on the net. W5OG here in East Texas. It's probably a warm day for us, mid-80s. Next 2 or 3 days, actually, before and then toward the middle of next week, we should get a chance for some rain, which is very much needed. We do need the rain, and anyway, I'm very surprised, Brian, that the conditions are as good as they are as far as the QRM from the CQ Worldwide DX contest, which is underway. And if you tuned the band last night, you couldn't put a credit card in here because there were solid stations all up and down that 20-meter band. So I was a bit nervous about our ability to do the net today. But I got to thinking that, if you go up on 10 meters and look, everybody's up on 10, and quite a few on 15 as well, because conditions are so good. Here we are at the peak of the sunspot cycle, and that's the 10 meters is just absolutely full of stations. You can work pretty much the world there. And I did get in on a few of the stations last night on 20 meters, had some fun with it. But our rally is underway, and I'm going to have to make this my in and out. I'm going to go ahead and sign out, Brian. I will listen around for the first half and get the answers to the questions. And, put me down for true and true as well. Interesting. Those World War II history questions are always welcome. And let's see, I wanted to make another comment about something. I can't remember what it was, but it doesn't matter. We'll catch you again when we can. I don't know if I'll be on the roundtable this afternoon. Probably will not, since we've got the SRB rally underway here in Mineola. We went out with our group last night for dinner. I enjoyed that a lot. And we'll be doing a lot of social events with them over the course of this coming week. And as a result, I will not be here for MyNet on Thursday, so somebody's going to pick that up for me. 7-3, Brian, 7-3. Everybody have a good day, a good weekend, and we will, work lots of DX this weekend. There's a lot of it out there, that's for sure. 10, 15, and 20 are popping. You can also use 40 and 80, of course, at night. And they're including the top in 160. So, pretty interesting. This is one of the two big DX contests of the year. At least from my perspective. This and the ARRL DX contest. Worldwide, you give your 60 zone for your report. And that's it. Here in Texas is 5904. We're in the 4th district. For those of you that want to work a few DX stations, it's a good opportunity to do that. There's plenty of them that are looking for contact. See you all later, and back to net. Thank you, Brian, for doing the Saturday net. WB5DRI, W5OG.
Yeah, W5OG, WB5DRI. Well, real fine, Dale. Sure is good to hear you out there this morning, and I got your answers as true and true. And I listened on the bands last night myself. They were covered up. 20 meters was covered up. I was kind of concerned about the net this morning too, but I think you're right. I think the good conditions have spread out the stations on the other bands, and we're competing with the World Series, so I watched the World Series game last night. Very good game. The first game of the World Series. If you didn't see that, you missed a great game there, and some great baseball being played. It always is for the Fall Classic. So anyway, Dale, great on your weather there too. Yeah, it's gonna cool down here. I keep saying that. But it will. But we do need the rain down here as well. We're well behind now for the year. October was like the driest, been the driest weather, rain-wise for us down here in San Antonio. It's probably one of the very, very driest of years for us for October. So we need it bad. But anyway, Dale, got your answers, true and true, and good to have you with us this morning. And let's go ahead and move on. Break with you, and let's go to Ray out in New Jersey. WB2JJO, you're up for the net, sir. Ray, good morning. WB5DRI. WB5DRI. From WB2JJO. Well, good morning to Brian, good morning to all flyers, and boy, I'll tell you what, this is a jam-packed game. I mean, you got me at the net longer than what's right. There's a ton of people out here today, so which is a good thing. I just want to comment on the drought thing. You guys are talking about it. Well, we got the same thing here in New Jersey, and we're on what they call water restrictions because it's so bad. We got a lot of fires too, because we got the pine barrens here, and there's a couple of fires going on too. So it's it's a rough time. But anyway, it's a beautiful day here. We have sunny, it's a wall-to-wall sunshine, and we're looking at 75 degrees right now. It's 11:38 here at my station. Getting to the question on scanning the internet on YouTube, I knew the answers right away. I'm going to go with true and true on that one, Brian. True and true on that one. I'm pretty sure that those are the right answers. With that being said, you got so much. I'm going to, I'll be here to the end. I want to hear the answers. And we'll say 73 for now. And we'll be here to the end. Records are WB5DI. Okay, Ray, WB2JJO, WB5DI. Well, very fine, Ray. Well, good to hear you there. And I got your answers as true and true there. And this weather situation out here for us, the rain is water is really at a premium out here for sure. We really need it. But I guess that's part of what they call the La Nina part of the weather systems there for the U.S. It makes it less rain for kind of the Southwest, I guess, during the winter time. Anyway, hopefully it'll change and we'll pick up some more. But good hearing this morning, Ray. Let's go ahead and move on, break with you. Let's go back down to Florida, Florida. K2SJP. Bob, you're up, sir. Good morning again. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI. This is K2SJP. Good morning again to you, Brian. Good morning to all the flyers here on the Air Forces Flyers Club net here. This beautiful Saturday morning, we have 81 degrees, bright, sunny, low humidity. We've been out there trying to clean up. It's a tremendous amount of cleaning up. We have a pretty big property over here in Lutz, and little by little, we're getting the twigs up and the leaves and all the junk in the front and backyard. Just a lot of stuff to pick up and bundle up for the refuse to take away. My whole block has got all kinds of junk at the curb, all tied up, ready for the refuse to get. So that was the aftermath of our storm. Luckily in this area, we had no flooding. We're at a pretty high elevation at 22 feet, and we lucked out. Happy to have the XYL home after almost 3 weeks. And she's got her blood oxygen up at 95 now, so she's doing quite a bit better. And been on the phone constantly over to the Philippines and just won't get off the phone. So she's doing pretty good. And thanks for everybody's concern. We do appreciate that. On the question, I'm not gonna be I'm gonna be a little bit different. We used to do R&Rs with Pan Am over to Midway, and was there once in a while, not too often. We did R&Rs to Honolulu, but mostly to Guam. Mostly to Guam. We got a lot of R&Rs after joining Pan Am after the Air Force. So I'm going to go with true for the first answer, but I'm going to go with false for the second answer. So I'm going with true and false, Brian. Thanks for running the net, and we'll be here till the end. B5DRI, K2SJP.
Okay, Bob, K2SJP, WB5DRI. Well, again, Bob, sure glad to hear that Rosalie is home there and doing well. That is great. And Yeah, that's really the best way to recover from something like that, I think, is to be back home. That's where you can do it the best. I think everybody shares that feelings about the hospitals. You would rather not be in them at all for any length of time if you can get around that. Anyway, very good, Bob, and I got your answers there as true and false. So let's go ahead and move on. Break with you. Let's go out to Nevada, to Carl in Sparks, Nevada. KF7 GJO. Good morning, Carl. You're up, sir. WB5 DRI.
And it's cold out here this morning, but it's probably warm. I think it's freezing anyway. And maybe I'll take this morning. Times to figure it out because of the words. Trying to figure that one out. The list of airplanes that appeared in the Battle Midway. Yeah, I researched that battle quite a bit when I wrote The Indomitable Patriot, the Submariner, because the Battle of Midway story. Were there, and then you get down to the I gotta find it here. That is the one airplane I cannot recall reading about. Question number one, and here's the question number two. So, maybe I'll stay with you to the end here and find out how bad it is. And you got a great test going this morning, Brian, so I'll send it back. What did we start? DRI, KF7, GJO.
Okay, Carl, KF7 GJO, WB5 DRI. Well, you're coming in well on the electric radio here this morning, Carl, as well as on the SDRs. And, yeah, I would imagine that it's a little colder out there in Nevada this time of the year. I think the folks down here are probably hoping for some colder weather. I think they kind of like feeling a little bit of winter, even though they don't want it to be too cold, of course. But anyway, very good, Carl. And we got you down for false for the first question and true for the second question there. So break with you. Let's go to Jim out in Corona, California. W6 WAY. Good morning, Jim. You're up, sir. WB5 DI. Okay, Jim, very good. W6WAY or WB5DI. Well, your high temperature sounds like our today, Jim. That's what we're supposed to be here for a high. And I got you down for true and true. And Carl, KF7GJL, Jim says that you are 5'9", or you're 40 overnight, 5'9" plus 40 in Corona, California there. So that's quite a great signal report for you, Carl, there with Jim in California. So anyway, Jim, very good. Got your answers there. Break with you. Let's go to our commander up in Boise. Good morning, Bob. K4YDB. You're up for the fire, sir. WB5DI.
WB5DI, K4YDB. Good morning to all the flyers out there on this Saturday. And yeah, amazing. Able to hold this frequency here. Well done there, Brian. Let's see, first the question. Yeah, I think they're both true. Put me down for a true and a true. The B-26. Yeah, I think a lot of the Air Force has developed skip bombing independently, actually. We didn't do it when I was dropping bombs, but we knew how to hit dams, and that's why the British first developed those barrel bombs, which would put spin to them when they dropped. And it stabilized them, and they would skip them, low skip along the outside of a dam, because that way you get all the hydrostatic pressure, and we use that technique in the F-111. You never drop into the face of a dam. It's actually kind of a small part. It's easy to go too high or too low, or left or right for that matter, depending on the dam. But it's a good way to let people know your intentions, and we have techniques and some targeting to do selective releases on bombs on dams from the water side, using that hydrostatic shock with a low-yield nuke, actually. So that is true, and they used them on ships. Yeah, I think ships were the best thing. The aircraft are pretty low to the ground, but if they skip too high up, they would go right over the target. So I think ships were an easier target, because they just had to keep it under 60, 50 feet. Excuse me, to hit the side of a ship, right? Okay, second one, yeah, I agree with, Leon had a lot of good stuff to say. I watched the movie about a month ago. If you haven't watched The Battle of Midway, yeah, it's a very nice 60s movie, I think, and starring Charlton Heston, and the actors even go better from that. So it was a very good movie. It kind of gave a real feel for things. It didn't go too good at first, and if it weren't for a lot of luck with Admiralty leadership on taking some chances, they may very well have lost that whole thing like the beginning started. But when we caught all their fighters changing loadouts, and that was the famous thing, while they were getting bombed, it didn't go fair well for the Japanese. So put me down for true. A little bit of business. Yeah, we need a controller for next Thursday. I kind of put it out of my mind a little bit, because I thought somebody kind of semi-raised their hand or said they could. Let us know before the net's over on the 73 round if there's somebody out there that will do the net for Dale this coming Thursday. Also, I sent a couple of messages out to the controllers and the club officers, and one was a question sent out from Lee. If anyone wanted it, I don't have any takers, so I'm gonna, if I don't get any here within a day or so, I'm gonna send it back to Lee. Anyway, first come, first serve as usual. Just let me know, and I will send you out that question. Number two, I asked for comments, and I hope y'all got this email. I don't know why you wouldn't. What we want to do with the 40-meter net. Jennifer is going to be with her sister for some time. She thinks at least a few months before she can get back on the net. So my idea, and if you got a better idea, I'd like to hear it, is to maybe make a revolving roster. So a different person will do it at different weeks in the month. There for anybody that runs 40 meters, and there's at least 4 of us, I think, that get on 40 meters and have good signals. So think about that, guys. Please let me know, so I'll make some type of plan. And if you have a preferred week in the month, on that Tuesday evening, please let me know. Or if we don't get any hands up, we may just have to drop the net altogether. It's been a very popular net. I hate to see that happen. We get people here that can't make the daily morning net. Okay, that's it. I'll send it back to you. Probably went over my time, but that's okay. Club business, Brian. K4YDB, back to you.
Okay, Bob, very good. K4YDB, WB5DRI. Well, I got you down for true and true, Bob, and yeah, I think that revolving assignment of the net for 40 meters is a great idea. Personally, I'd be willing to do it sometime during the month. I can very easily do the Tuesday night net. Usually, I check in almost every week on the Tuesday evening net. So anyway, very good, Bob. And thanks for all that information, and let's go ahead and move on. Let's go out to Belleville, Texas, to the east of me, my neighbor to the east, W4PUO, Lee. Good morning, Lee. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Good morning, Brian. WB5DRI, W4PUO, Lee here in Belleville, Texas. Just your neighbor to the east. We're just about an hour northwest of Houston, so we are away from all of the traffic and the hubbub of the big city. Nice little town here, and we enjoy it immensely. I'm trying not to advertise. We don't want everybody coming here from California and New York. Anyhow, we're very welcoming. The question, Brian, I think would be true for the first question. I think B-26s must have been stationed in some location over there, maybe even Midway. And then I would say, with regard to the Norton bomb site, I don't know that that was the reason that they developed the skip bombing technique or strategy over in the Pacific. I think it was probably targets of opportunity and the need to come in low altitude to the target areas. And I'm going to put false for the second one, so I'm going to go with true and false. And I'm not sure that's very good logic, but that's the thing that comes to mind. We also are anticipating some rain here this next week, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed and not talking too much about it. How about them Dodgers last night? WB5DRI, W4PUO.
W4PUO, WB5DRI. Yeah, the Dodgers did great last night, Lee. I enjoyed that. That walk-off home run there on the very first pitch. It kind of reminded you of Kurt Gibson many years ago doing something similar. So anyway, it was a very enjoyable ball game. I love to see a close game that ends up with a sounding victory for one team or the other, and that's what you had last night. So anyway, very good, Lee. Got you down for true and false for the answers there. And that town you live in over there sounds like a nice little Texas town there, Lee, in Belleville. So anyway, break with you. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's go to our live stream guy, and also alternate net control down in Cartersville, Georgia. Charlie, thanks for all you do. Charlie, K4YDB, you're up, sir. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K4YDB. Well, good morning, Brian. Morning to all the flyers out there and all the visitors we have. Hope everybody's having a good morning. And start off with Bob. I was the one that volunteered for the Dale's Net on Thursday. And yes, I'll take the question because I will need one. But right now it's currently 75 degrees here, but it was 63, I think, when I got up this morning. And supposed to get back up into the mid 80s, but good news is I got out and got my car washed. I finished that up today. I left the hoses and everything still out, but I just got to put some stuff on the tires and clean up underneath the bottom a little bit, and I'll be done with it for now. But that's about all I plan on doing today because, man, that kills my back to get underneath that car. Anyway, conditions are so. I hear a lot of good, solid, strong signals in here, but there's a couple of them I'm not hearing. Jim, I didn't hear him. And of course, Tom, I don't know if YES was in here today or not. I didn't hear him. But anyway, that's all that's going on over here. I'll turn it back to you. WB5DRI, K4YDB. I'm back tonight.
Okay, Charlie, I didn't get your answers there.
Oh, my bad. I'm gonna go with true on the first, and I'm gonna go with false on the second.
Okay, I got you down for true and false. And thanks for volunteering to do a Dale's Net on Thursday there, Charlie. So, and thanks for all you do with your live stream. It's great there. Really helps out. Really makes this net that much more fantastic. So, thank you very much for that. And break with you, Charlie. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's go up to Nebraska to Mike. KF0OPE. Good morning, Mike. You're up, sir. WB5DRI.
Good morning, Brian. On the fire today. Another beautiful morning in Nebraska. Just gorgeous fall weather. A little cooler today, but we're ready for that. Could use some rain, but we'll take it when it comes, I guess. To answer the question, I'm going to say true and true. I think both of those statements are true. And I'll be one and done today. I've got a grandson's birthday party. I got to get things done and get cleaned up and head down to Omaha for that. So, guys, have a great day. Thanks for doing the net, Brian. Back to WB5DRI and the net KF0OP.
Okay, Mike, KF0OPE, WB5DRI. Well, you're you have a nice signal down there in San Antonio this morning, Mike. You're 5'8", a good 5'8", and then some. And I got your answers as true, and enjoy that birthday party there. 73 to you, sir. Thanks for checking in with us this morning. Break with you. Let's go out to Anthem, Arizona to Mike. Another Mike. King Queen 6 Echo. Haven't heard you in a while there, Mike. Hope everything's going well for you and your family there. You're up, sir. WB5DRI. Okay, Mike, King Queen 6 Echo, WV5DRI. Well, very good, Mike, on everything, and I hope your wife gets feeling better there soon. I know that you both have had some medical problems, and sounds like all of us at our age these days. But anyway, I sure hope that we'll keep her in our prayers there, that she does even better. And also got your answers there as true and true. And you have had some interesting experiences as a photographer there over the years, for sure there, Mike. I envy you having run into so many interesting celebrities and different people there. To meet Tommy Johns there, that's pretty cool. Anyway, break with you, Mike. Let's go to Justin out in Utah, KB7LAK. Good to have you with us this morning. Justin, you're up, sir. WV5DRI. Okay, Justin, I think you turned it there. KB7LAK, WB5DRI. Well, I got you down for true, and good to have you with us this morning, Justin. You're sounding pretty good on the radio, and also on the SDRs. There is some we were getting a little QRM from the contest, I think, but you came through all okay, even still. Break with you. Let's go to another, my neighbor to the north here in Belton, Texas. KG5PTE, James, you're up, sir. Good morning. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI and the group KG5PT here on the Flex 6400 this morning with the hex beam. Yeah, we got somebody keying up right next to us here. I guess they're chomping at the bit to start the X's. Which I don't blame them. You know, that's contest day, so they're going to have a lot of fun today. So, like Chris says, let the floodgates open, and they're just chomping at the bit to talk, which is good. Anyway, I'm going to go true for the answer today, and I'll keep it short, and I'll turn it back to net control, KG5PT. True.
Okay, James. KG5PTE, WV5DRI, and the Air Force's Flyers Club net. Very good, James. Got you down for true and true. So let's go ahead and move on here. We'll break with you. Let's go out to Chris in Bowling Green, Kentucky. KS5KY. Good morning, WB5DRI. Okay, Chris. When the QRM wasn't around, you were a very strong 5.8 plus, I think, here, very close to the 9 mark with me. So good signal coming into San Antonio this morning, Chris. So good to hear you. And I got you down for true and true. So very good. That is the bottom of the list as I have it. I want to recognize Mike, KJ5IAI, up in Belton, Texas, who's listening. And he's receive only, but he's one of our newer members and newer hymns. But we're happy to have him with us this morning. And glad you're out there listening, Mike. And we look forward to you getting a radio and getting on the air here with us. Break with you. That is the bottom of the list as I have it. Did I miss any stations on the list this morning? Or do we have any? Excuse me. I don't know what's going on here. Do we have any last minute check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club net before I give the answers to the questions here? This is WB5DRI. Please call now. Okay, I'm not hearing any stations. Let me go ahead and give the answers. Lee started us off actually with the correct information about this aircraft that did participate in the Battle of Midway. The B-26 did. I did not know that when I started doing the research for this question. And I was reading a book about the war in the South Pacific, and it was mentioned in there, and so I thought it would make an interesting question. There were 4 B-26s, and as Lee said, they took off with torpedoes from Midway. They were the first aircraft to find the Japanese carriers. I did not know that. And they were some of the last B-26s that had flown out from Hawaii. And they were carrying torpedoes, but they scored no hits on the Japanese carriers. And as Lee mentioned, 2 were shot down and 2 survived. Their performance was not that great. They did serve to cause confusion and uncertainty on the part of the Japanese. And the lack of the hits by the torpedoes can be attributed to probably the lack of training, as Lee mentioned, and because they were so new, I guess, to the B-26, but also to some defective torpedoes. The Mark 13 torpedo was very defective, and it was the same problem experienced by the Douglas TBD Devastator torpedo bombers. Their performance with those torpedoes was very terrible, actually. And of the 41 Devastator torpedo bombers that took off from U.S. carriers, no hits were recorded, according to the information that I found, and only 6 aircraft returned to the carriers. And I think the U.S. would improve their torpedoes after Midway. I think they completely redid the torpedoes because they were just very, very bad. The real winner at the Battle of Midway, as far as aircraft was concerned, was the Douglas SBD Dauntless dive bomber from the U.S. carriers. By some accounts, this aircraft, the Dauntless dive bomber, sunk more Japanese ships than any other plane, according to what I read here, the information that I found. Some of the other aircraft from Midway that they had the F-2F Buffalo aircraft, which was really outdated, and some other older fighters that were not very effective against Japanese Zeros and other aircraft attacking Midway, but they sent them up anyway, and I guess they managed to at least engage the Japanese fighters. But out of the 26 fighters, from the information that I saw, that rose from Midway against the Japanese, only 2 fighters remained at the end of the battle. So I guess those Japanese pilots were highly trained. I think they were some of the best pilots that the Japanese had that were still left. And they had participated, of course, in the attack on Pearl Harbor. But the real significance of the U.S. victory at Midway, of course, was the loss of the 4 carriers by the Japanese and many of their best, most highly trained pilots. And all those pilots, as I said, had participated in the attack on Pearl. The Japanese would never effectively recover from their loss. They could not train enough new pilots to match the many new aircraft and highly trained pilots from the U.S. and its allies. And of course, the 4 Japanese carriers that were lost at Midway were the Akagi, the Hiryu, the Kaga, and the Soryu. And they also lost a heavy cruiser, the Mikuma. And they lost the significance of the battle also was that they lost over 100 highly trained pilots in air crews. That really, really set them back in comparison to the U.S., especially with the way that we were building up with more trained pilots and newer aircraft. Let's see. The U.S., of course, lost 1 carrier, the Yorktown, and 1 destroyer, the USS Hammond. And the Hammond was torpedoed and sunk while attempting to assist the sinking Yorktown. Okay, the second question was also true. The B-17s used skip bombings at low altitude, and it was much more effective than the same aircraft bombing from high altitude. And what they did is they kind of used a feint by several B-17s that came in at a high altitude to bomb, which they knew would not be very effective, but they bombed anyway. But they wanted to attract the anti-aircraft guns of the Japanese, and then the U.S. followed that up immediately with 6 B-17s from low altitude doing skip bombing, which was much more effective. So the answers were true this morning. Many of you got the answers correct. Most everybody did. So I hope everybody enjoyed that this morning. It was kind of a history lesson for me. I did not know about the B-26 as having been on Midway there. Interesting stuff for me anyway. Anyway, let's go ahead and go with a quick 73 round if we can here. Let's go to Don. If you're still in there, Don, you're up, sir. K0ZNC for the 73 round. If you can bring him in, Bob, I'd appreciate it. K1BOB, WB5DRI.
K1BOB, W5DRI. Don dropped off Echo. Oh, he's back. Let me see what I can do. Hold on. Don, you're up for 73 round. Go ahead.
There he is.
I guess what he's trying to do is spitballing or something about that. It was a highway sign like you have the dams and stuff, but come in on the right side of the dam, get there and slow down to the back and go up the dam front bottom. I guess was the idea of it. I think that's what the question was about. Anyway, so nice to meet everybody. I'll see you all let's see. Saturday. See you on Monday. I'm going to have a nice weekend. So that's the reason. Maybe if I get around, K4YDB, K0ZC.
K1BOB, back to net control.
Okay, Don, very good. K0ZNC, WB5DRI. Well, have a great day, Don. 73, see you, sir. Until the next time, hope you have a wonderful day there and a nice weekend there in Longmont. Brick with you, let's go back to Cliff, W5PIX. If you're still mobile, WB5DRI. You're up 73 round, Cliff.
Thank you there, Brian. This W5PIX mobile just outside of Smithville, Texas. Here on Highway 71. We'll see a whole lot of Texas A&Ms. They must be playing at Kyle Field there in College Station today. Anyways, well, we were halfway. Didn't really know. I knew about stick bombing, but I knew that the mosquito that the British were using, I didn't think we'd get that. Everybody have a very good day, very good question, Brian, and just fast forward to June Boulevard there. Of course, a lot of people know who Father June was. Anyways, we're almost getting off here. Gotta go get some chicken. So, anyways, everybody have a very good day. Thank you, Brian. B5DRI business on the PIX mobile, Texas.
Okay, Cliff, well, good to hear you this morning, Cliff. Drive safe there, and we'll talk to you the next time. 73s, break with W5PIX Mobile. Let's go back and try one of our visitors who I still see listed on the net logger, KB8RUM, Harold. If you're still with us, Harold, still out there listening, and you'd like to get into the net, you're up for the 73 round, sir. WB5DRI. Well, I'm not hearing Harold. Is anybody hearing Harold? I guess maybe he's still just listening. We'll give you a 73 there, Harold, and thanks for joining us. And do come back and join us again whenever you can. Let's go ahead and move on. Break with KB8RUM. Let's go to our net logger, N5BE. Lee, you're up for the 73 round. Lee, thanks for all your help this morning. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, N5BE. The Royal Air Force Squadron, 617 Squadron, the Dam Busters, is still an active squadron today, flying Typhoon out of RAF Collins Beach. So the tradition continues. Not bombers, but fighters. I want to make sure everyone understands, because I think I don't think this is sinking in. I'm going to be late tomorrow. I'm going to be on, but I'm going to be late. Someone needs to get the net started, and someone needs to get net logger started. And so I'm throwing a flare back up again. So hope someone sees it. Thank you, Brian, for doing that today. We'll see everybody tomorrow. I bet I'll be late. WB5DRI, N5BE.
Okay, Lee, very good. N5BE, WB5DRI. Lee says he's going to be late tomorrow, so somebody else is going to have to start up net logger on the net tomorrow. So, very good, Lee. And thanks for all that. And I'm starting to get hoarse here. Excuse me.
Let's go ahead and move on. And thanks for that information there. Interesting about the dam busters, about the RAF flying the Typhoons now. That particular squadron that were the dam busters in World War II. Interesting stuff there, Lee. Thanks for all that. Break with you. Let's go back to John, WA6LJS. John, also with the correct answers there. You're up, sir. WB5DRI for the 73 round.
Okay, thank you, Brian. WB5DRI, this is WA6LJS. Well, a good net today, Brian. You got a full house there, and pretty much everybody's coming in locally. I thought there'd be a lot more QR Mary than there was there due to the special event today, but it's pretty nice on this end. Let's see, a couple things. Leon, N5BE, I'll go ahead and start the net logger. I'll bring that up, but I am a short timer, of course, on Sunday. I have to leave for church there, so somebody will have to take over net logger, and then somebody will have to start the net, so we'll see how it goes. But let's see, other than that, I had nothing I wanted to mention. We have two brand new members. Number 774 is Alpha Echo 7 Sierra X-Ray. His name is Ken, and he's in Kingman, Arizona. So we're very glad to welcome Ken to the group. And we also have number 775, Kilo Bravo 0 RST, Scott. He's in Iowa. And actually we have number 776, but I don't have that loaded on the spreadsheet yet. So we actually have three brand new members. So we haven't heard of them on yet, but hopefully they'll be with us in the near future. So back to you, Brian. Thanks for running things. WB5DRI, WA6LJS.
WA6LJS, WB5DRI. Well, real fine, John. Thanks for that information. AE7SX, Ken in Kingman, Arizona, and KB0RST, Scott in Iowa, I guess, is two new members. So very good. Anyway, thanks for all you do there, John, as well. And thanks for all the relays this morning. Have a great day there in Hamul. Break with you. Let's keep it moving here. Let's go back to Nevada, to Sparky out there. KF7 GJO. Carl, you're up for the 73 round. WB5DRI.
Interesting discussion about the question and the conversation you brought up about the torpedoes. We had, during World War II, we had tremendous quality of problems with the Mark 14 torpedo. We had copied the German magnetic exploder that they had during World War I. They had discontinued it as a problem with it. And, of course, when we applied the Mark 14, we also had problems with it. A lot of stuff before they leave port, the captain would have his torpedo officer disable the magnetic exploder, and they would rely solely upon contact hits to explode the torpedo. A lot of times, the Mark 14 would run 10 feet deeper than program, so instead of blowing up under the keel of the enemy vessel, and it run almost underneath it. Or the other thing that would ruin your whole day, when it had run 400 yards and armed, he would blow up at the same time. It was Admiral Lockwood who went and tested a batch of Mark 14 firing through a net and into a cliff in the Hawaiian Islands. That's how they concluded the running 10 feet deeper than that for the torpedo. And the Pacific Command ordered all of their officers to disable the gigantic exploders, while the Australian command said to use the magnetic exploder. So if the ship departed Pearl and was ending a patrol in Australia, when they crossed over the line, they theoretically were supposed to arm the magnetic exploder. The only thing they found was on a direct 90-degree hit to the target. The contact exploder had a weak firing pin, and that sharp of a strike would actually bend the firing pin, and it wouldn't explode. So we were instructing all the shots at sea to make deflection hits on their target so that there'd be a period of explosion. So, we can talk quite a while about this. I did a lot of research on this, writing those books. So, hey, hope you enjoyed that little dissertation on the Mark 14 torpedo. 73s, everybody have a fantastic day. We'll try this again tomorrow. WB5DR, 47, DJ.
Okay, Carl, very good. KF7GJO, WB5DRI. Well, good to have you with us this morning, Carl. Thanks for all that about the torpedoes, U.S. torpedoes. Yeah, I know they had a lot of problems at the outset of World War II, and seems like it took them an inordinate amount of time to get all that sorted out. I guess they eventually did, fortunately, but it must have been very frustrating to some of the submariners or submariners and some of the other folks that were using our torpedoes, especially early on in the war, to have fire those things and have them not work. That would be the ultimate frustration for sure. Anyway, thanks for that, Carl. Break with you. I think I did skip over our Florida station there, Bob. Sorry about that. K2SJP. Bob, you're up for the 73 round, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K2SJP. No problem. No problem at all, Brian. We'll say 73, so everybody have a good day. And we're not going to make it on Echo Link. For now, we may be on the 5 o'clock Echo Link. 73s, everybody have a good day. Back to you, Brian. And thank you for running the net. WB5DRI, K2SJP.
Okay, Bob, 73s to you, and good to hear you out there this morning, Bob. Have a great day, and I know about that cleanup, except I'm sure the hurricane cleanup is a lot tougher than what we have here, but I've got a little bit of work to do on my yard as well. But anyway, have a great day, Bob, and till the next time, we'll talk to you the next time. 73s. Break with you. Let's go to Jim. Also with correct answers out in Corona. W6WAY. Jim, you're up for the 73 round. WB5DRI. Okay, Jim, 73 to you. Have a great day and a great weekend there, sir. Break with you. Let's go back to our commander, K4YDB. Bob, you're up for the 72 round, WB5DRI.
Thank you, Brian. K4YDB and Charlie, thanks for taking the off there and taking the question that Leon provided. So always good here. The aircraft that was used in World War II for the barrel skip bombs They did all the testing for that out in an area which is still an active bombing range when I left England, and we used to go there. It's called the Wash. It's kind of a tidal area with very low water. You can see the mud when the tide goes out. That's where they tested those barrel bombs because it's a bit protected. It's on the leeward side of their west with the wind. So they did all the testing out there. And I think they tried it on a dam somewhere. Without explosives on site, I don't know. Anyway, the movie was kind of interesting and a little bit dry. Anyway, that was the bomber they used was the Lancaster bomber, the Lancaster. That was their biggest one. They kind of got all the special delivery testing of the bomb, bunker buster bomb, which was huge, and they had to modify the Liberator for that. And that's what they dropped, I think, was it the Tirpitz, that super mega battleship up in the fjords that they took out. That was just sitting there for the winter. Anyway, K4YDB, nice chat, Brian. Appreciate everybody, and we'll see you for tomorrow. See you tomorrow. K4YDB, back to net.
Okay, Bob. Very good. Thank you for that. And 73 to you, Bob. Have a great day up there near Boise. And we'll talk to you the next time. Brick with K4YDB. Let's go back out to Belleville, Texas. Lee, W4PUO. You're up, Lee, for the 73 round. WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, W4PUO. Very good, Brian. Nice nest today. Thank you very much. Enjoyed the memories of stories from World War II. Of course, I was too young to remember from stories that were told right after. Let's see. I have a question about what the planners were thinking when they decided to use that low-altitude skip bomb technique versus higher altitude using the Norden bomb sight. I did not realize that they were faulting the Norden bomb sight in any way. Perhaps I thought it was because they were the target encouraged them to use that strategy or that tactic. I could be mistaken, but that was the reason that I saw. Not the Norden bomb sight, but the actual target itself. I don't know. Well, let's pray for rain, Brian, and thank you again for doing the net. Thanks to all the flyers today at 73 W4PUO, and we'll be closing down here.
203, Lima Radio. 203, Lima Radio. 203, Lima Radio.
Okay, thank you very much, Bob. Very good, Lee. W4PUO, WB5DRI. I just lost my SDRs here, so I had to bring them back up. Sorry about that. But good to hear you this morning, Lee. And yeah, I'm not sure about all of that, but I know that the Norden bomb sight was not as was mentioned by a couple of stations. I think it was not as good as it was originally thought to be, and it just wasn't that accurate, and they had trouble hitting especially ships at sea with the B-17, and I think they went to the low altitude skip bombing to try to have more success, and that they did have better success when they were able to bomb and using that method. Anyway, 73, Steve Lee, thanks for joining us this morning. Break with you. Let's go to Charlie out there in Cartersville, and thanks for all you do with your live stream. Charlie, you're up for the 73 round. K4YDB, WB5DRI.
WB5DRI, K4YDB. Well, thanks, Brian. Great net today. I enjoyed every bit of it. That was an interesting question. I'll learn a little bit every time I get on this radio. Anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a good day, and we will look for you tomorrow. It's K4YDB back to net.
Okay, Charlie, good day to you. Break with K4YDB. Let's go to King Queen 6 Echo. Mike, also with the correct answers there. You're up for the 73 round, Mike. WB5DRI.
Okay, Mike, 73 to you. And I'm looking forward to another great baseball game, I guess, tonight. I think the Dodgers and the Yankees have their second World Series game tonight, I believe. So that's going to be another good game. 73s, Mike. Thanks for joining us. Break with King Queen 6 Echo. Let's go out to Utah to Justin. Also with the correct answers. TB7LAK, WB5GI. You're up for the 73 round, Justin. I'm not hearing Justin. I guess maybe he checked out. We'll give him a 73. And let's go to James in Belton. KT5PTE. James, you're up, sir, for the 73 round. WB5DRI.
Right there, Brian. WB5DRI, KT5PTE. Keep their trumpet at the business get for me. You better let them have it. So 7-3, and I'll put it back to that. KT5PTE.
Okay, I think you finished there, James. 73 to you. I'm getting a little bit of QRM from the contest. I guess I better wrap this thing up pretty quick here. But anyway, have a great day, James. Have a good weekend, and thanks for joining us this morning. Break with KG5PTE. We still have KJ5IAI out there listening. 73 to you, Mike. Let me try the station in Fort Wayne, Indiana there. Kilo Echo 9, Alpha Charlie Mike. Ed, if you'd like to check into the Flyers Club, that will run our 73 round. You're up, sir. WB5DRI. I'm not hearing Ed, so we'll give him a 73. And let me see if I can get Art in there. WX7 Lima Lima. Whiskey X-Ray 7 Lima Lima. Art, good morning. You're up for the 73 round, Art. WB5DI. Glad you were able to check in. Okay, Art. Well, you're on the payroll, Art. The check is in the mail. 73, and we'll talk to you the next time. Thanks for checking in with us from New River, Arizona there. Break with Whiskey X-Ray 7 Lima Lima. That is the bottom of the list. And it's been a pretty long day. I guess I better wrap this up. I know there's a lot of contesters on, and I guess we probably need to go ahead and conclude here. And I will say that we have an Echolink node over on Echolink that's called AFFC, and any stations who would like to join us are welcome to join us over there for a final 73 round of comments from anybody. So 73s, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the net this morning. Thanks for all the participants, all the relays, and all the interesting stories and comments. Everybody have a great day out there. God bless our troops, and God bless the USA. This is WB5DRI, now closing the Air Force's Flyers Club net and returning the frequency to normal amateur use. 73s, everybody. Comment, Brian. Go ahead, John, with comment. The last new member that I didn't have the record, I've got it updated now. It's number 776, and that's Whiskey Bravo 4 Lima Echo Sierra, WB4LES. His name is Les, and he's in Inverness, Florida. So that's three new members, number 774, 775, and 776. Thanks for running things. Back to you, WA6LJS. Okay, John. Well, thanks for that information, and I got it, and we'll look forward to hearing them and having them check in with us. Have a great day, John, and thanks for all the help and all you do out there. And we'll talk to you the next time. WA6LJS, WB5DRI, clear.